Hi everyone, I'm GREYMOND. Today I wanted to talk to you about perfectionism aspect of OCD recovery. This is something I see pretty much every single day, and it's actually very common for people with OCD to experience perfectionist tendencies. Let's say it that way. And I find that a lot of the times it also spills into OCD recovery itself. So the person starts to have perspective that if they're not perfect in the recovery, they will never recover. And you have to understand that the OCD recovery is a journey. It's not, oh, I made a mistake, that means I'll never recover. Or I had a few bad days, that means I'll never recover. That's not really how it works. As you go, as you continue to push forward, you get better and better in OCD. You start to see patterns. You start to learn when are you feeling worse? What can you do to prevent it? What are the triggers? Facing the triggers, doing exposure work. And if you're new to this channel, you need to do exposure work to recover. There is no other way. Believe me, I've been doing this for 10 years helping people recover. There is no other way to recover. If you don't do ERP, you're basically just doing reassurance, or the equivalent of that would be physical compulsions or mental reassurance, you know. So you can take medication, you can do all kinds of other things, you can do meditation, you can do mindfulness, but if you don't do ERP, if you don't expose yourself to the thoughts and refuse reaction, those thoughts will still continue to come into your mind, because the more you're avoiding the thoughts, or the more you are reassuring yourself, the more you're showing that to your brain that you are scared, and the brain sends you more thoughts because it's trying to um, help you stay safe. And you are saying that you're scared of these thoughts. So as long as you keep saying that you're scared, your brain will take it to mean that you're in danger, you need protection, and the only way it can protect you is by sending you more thoughts. So there is no way to recover if you don't do ERP, and that doesn't matter with the physical compulsions or the PRO, just thoughts. It doesn't matter. You have to do ERP. So in terms of PRO, the thought itself is the exposure, right? How are you reacting to the thought? The thought comes in with fear, but what are you doing? Are you paying attention, or are you not paying attention? But you have to also remember what I was saying in the beginning of the video, that it's not going to be a perfect process. You will fall into reacting, you will fall into paying attention, and it's just a process of sometimes I'm reacting, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I'm paying attention, sometimes I'm not. And as I'm going, things get better. you know you have to give yourself some time to heal, some time to normalize. It won't take a day, it's going to take a little bit of time to feel better, but that's okay. Look at it as a journey, and if you had a bad day, fine, push forward from that. Okay, what did I do? But let's not in an OCD way analyze, but let's see what happened. Were you stressed? Were you tired? How did you get triggered by the same thing you always get triggered by, right? And then fixing that. Okay, that's what happened. Now I need to move forward. I need to disregard. Okay, what do I do? How do I do that? Okay, and just choosing to do that and move forward, right? And again, not in a perfect way, just in a way that you're doing a little bit better than yesterday. And a little bit better each day will get you to the point where you're doing zero compulsions, where you're doing where you're refusing analyzing right off the bat. And that means that the thought is not coming in. It means that as the thoughts are coming in, as the urges to do a compulsion is coming in, you're refusing. Your brain sees that you're refusing, and yet somehow magically you are fine. Nothing bad has happened to you. That means maybe the thoughts are no longer relevant, and it doesn't need to send you thoughts all day long. That's the reasoning behind it, right? And then at first the thoughts actually ramp up, which is normal. It's okay. It actually means that your brain is uncomfortable, which is what you want it to be. You want it to start to be uncomfortable, because when you are doing compulsions, your brain is actually very comfortable. You're protecting yourself. Everything is great. You're feeling terrible, but to the brain, that's a comforting thing to keep doing compulsions, whether mental or physical, right? So when you choose not to, your brain's uncomfortable and it starts to send you thoughts like rapid fire. And that's okay. It will stop. But for now, you have to look at it as a stepping stone in the process of recovery. And because it's rapid fire, you will fall down. It will at some point send you a thought that's going to be too much for you to handle, and you will fall into doing compulsions. And that's fine. As long as most of the time you are reducing, you will get to the point later on when it will send you that same thought and you will no longer fall for it because you will see it as false. You know? So it's step by step propelling yourself forward, propelling yourself past these OCD situations. That's what you need to do all the time in order to recover. I hope you find my videos helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to do the recovery program one-on-one with me, all the information is on youhaveocd.com. I will see you tomorrow.